Hey, look, I'm not even gonna be too long with the introduction, right, man? Hey, listen, we've spoken to a lot of people, right? And when we first started this, let me back up a little bit. When we first started this, we talked about influences. We talked about why we wanted to start it, how we enjoyed talking sports. You and I love talking trash to each other. Well, along that way in our friendship, there was like a common, something that we would listen to, a common show that we would get a lot of our topics from when me and you would debate stuff and different things we would talk about. We were even in a Madden league together, right?
I won.
And I'm talking, oh yeah, you did win. We can go over that. You cheated. But anyway, we can go over that another time. You cheated. You did win. But man, but these gentlemen had a show that was so pivotal to us listening to sports, enjoying sports. And fast forward to today, one of their remotes is the first time that I caught the bug and said, you know what? I wouldn't mind doing that shit. Like, that is cool. We at some car dealership. And man, when you and I have looked up to the guy. Now we've also known them. So that's the cool thing about it. Right. We actually know these gentlemen. We've hung out with these gentlemen. We have relationships with these gentlemen. But even with that, we've been able to be, I'll go ahead and say it, fans and supporters of these two guys and admire what they're doing. And today, they have stopped by to see us. And a lot of people, you really love it when people say, man, y'all remind us of the Stews. You know what I'm saying? Because they brought a certain culture to the city of Atlanta and to sports talk, period. Not just the radio, but the TV. Like some of the things when I see on ESPN, sometimes I see the suits with the sneakers and different things like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you go look back at some certain conversation, the way them people carry themselves.
Was me, Trey.
I'm trying to tell you. I know. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Who we got,
like, look, man, let me just stop with my long-winded intro and let me give it up for the great,
man.
The brothers. Hey, listen, man, they deserve it. Look, I was gonna go longer than that because they are that great, and they hey, man, hey, listen, stop it. Okay, let me get the intro in. All right, all right, man. Let's give it up for the brothers. Not only the brothers in real life, not only the bros, but the dope brothers, the Two Live Stews. Let's go.
You put three brothers.
I did in there. We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored.
Four brothers.
Give me a high five. Shout out to Marlon Wayans, man, and son.
What's up,
yes, man?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Good to see you.
Glad to have y'all on, man.
Yeah.
Finally able to make it up here, man.
Now, who's the oldest?
I'm the oldest. Like 3.5 years.
He treats you like...
Yeah. I mean, you got a little brother?
I'm the only child, man.
Okay, so yeah, you would understand if you had a little brother. Okay. Trust me on that.
I'm the biggest blessing in this man's life. Yeah. Outside of his children, I'm the biggest blessing in this man.
Right. Okay.
I'm not even mad at that, man, because I have two boys. I have a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old, and the 10-year-old, he thinks he's the older brother.
Yeah.
I told the 13-year-old, you the man of the house. The 10-year-old stopped me when I was going to the car. He said, Dad, between me and you sure you want him to be the man of the house? I think I'm more responsible. Yes, this is a true story. I'm not going to, I'll tell it off the air.
So the mannerisms on the show from this guy to me they equate to us at, what are you, 52?
51.
51.
You should know that.
So you 51 and I'm 55. The same things we went through as kids are the same now, but they're grown up a little bit.
Yeah.
The same, aggravating way that he treats me now is the same way he did it. We did it as 7 and 10-year-olds,
Yeah.
So I'm used to it at this point. I just ignore him like my daddy said.
Hey, well, look, I'm going to tell y'all. That relationship between y'all spilled over. I wish the Two Live Stews fans know. Man, how did y'all get into the huge wrestling match in the studio? Anybody who's been part of the Dogs, and shout out to the Poodles as well, who are fans of the Two Live Stews. Right. If they fans of the show and go back, they know the infamous wrestling match that took place in the studio. Please tell us how that took place.
Man, we are the ultimate
competitors.
Organic flow type of guys, and we don't shy away from that. We believe that when something is created or something starts to happen, that sometimes if you just naturally flow into it, it could be something good. So some things that most people say, we better not do that, we better not say that. Nah, I dare to say that. I dare to do that because I think it could be interesting. In that wrestling match, when I pinned him down and threw him all around the studio.
Didn't happen like that. Y'all witnessed it. Didn't happen like that.
It was totally organic. It wasn't planned. It wasn't scripted. And when I pinned him down, he was embarrassed, but it was part of it. It's okay.
It didn't happen like that.
Yeah.
The video's still out there. Y'all can go see what happened.
Yeah, man, you see.
Well, how can we find the video?
You lay it on the, couch.
Just Google Two Live Two's wrestling, and it'll come up.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it recently.
Right.
So what happened?
I did.
Who won, Trey?
Now listen. I didn't catch the entire match, but where the video starts, there was some pinning on the ground.
Right, but you missed the first half of it.
I missed the first half where you had him.
Yeah.
Man, you got to have your camera guy ready, though, Doug. He got to be ready to go.
It was a conspiracy. Shaggy, shouts out to Shaggy, our producer at the time. He started filming late.
Okay.
He started filming late.
Dude beat me up for years.
For real?
Pillow fights, figure fours, cobra clutches.
This old wrestling, WWW wrestling.
And he went away to college, man, and I started working out and getting in football shape, and he came back from college one day, and we got to jawing and hitting on each other and playing around, and my dad was like, you better be careful, Dougie. Hey, that boy been in the gym. I'll take him outside right now. And I was like, oh, yeah? Then let's go. And he took outside first, had one of his buddies with him. He took outside first, his buddy followed behind him, and my dad closed the door like, go kick his ass. Today's the day. I said, you coming outside? He said, no, I'm not going to come outside.
I question whether that really happened.
I'll be looking through this window. Yeah, and we got outside, man. It didn't take long. I was tossing them and slinging them and stepping on them.
It wasn't that bad.
Giving them nuggies and stuff like that.
It wasn't that bad.
How did it feel? It felt good,
It
man.
felt real good, man.
He caught me off guard.
It felt good, but it felt bad at the same time because his best boy was there. Seeing him get trashed by his
Get him,
younger brother.
Doug.
He caught me-
Get up, Doug.
He caught me off guard. He caught me off guard. He caught me off guard.
Before you know it, his boy's looking like this. Don't even look at it, man. But
He's turning red now.
Hey, listen, Doug.
He caught me off guard.
Doug, please tell me when it was over, your boy didn't hit you with it. I mean, you had him up until he grabbed you. You had him, but then
So I remember like yesterday, my boy B, he's talking about my boy B, was over there with me, and we got in the car. He wouldn't even look at me. Because we left to go somewhere, and I'm sitting there. What's your boy from Atlanta that does Desi?
Desi, yeah,
you see the
Desi,
skit he did on that
it was
when
like
he got
that.
beat up? And I was over there like, checking myself, looking at my
By your little brother that you done beat
and
up
my
your whole
boy
life.
B was driving. I'm like, B, it's okay, right? And B was like,
real talk, though. Real talk, though. Every blessing that I've ever had in my life, I contribute to this man right here.
wow.
I believe that mentorship is important. That's why we're big mentors with the youth, and that's kind of my thing. But I had somebody to bounce things off of.
Yeah.
I had somebody to talk to things about. I had someone that said, man, I don't think you should do that. And if he said that, that was it. You know,
Yeah.
I had someone that said, hey, maybe you should think about doing this. Like my football career and me in the gym and my speed all came from him because he wasn't blessed with an opportunity to know. No one told him he should do this. No one told him he should do that.
But he told
He
you.
came to me like, hey, man, I think you should do this, and this if you want a chance to play college football. Oh, why would I do that? Well, you get a scholarship. Oh, what's a scholarship? Plain as day. What's a scholarship? Well, why would I want that? You know, he broke it down. I didn't have this. So if you do this, and this, you'll find yourself with an opportunity. And everything that he said came to fruition, so I really, really appreciate it. I really do.
All right.
man, that's dope, man.
It is.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, give it up one time. Nah, that's dope, man. That's dope.
Like, he always asks the family questions and go deep into that, you know, so that he's really a family guy for him. And not that I'm not one, but,
Right.
you know, I want to get to the
Well,
meat
the
and
only
potato.
child kind of thing is different.
Yeah,
If you're
exactly.
the only child, you kind of do things your way. You're kind of creating your own. You're trying to find your way. You're taking L's and getting wins by yourself. But when
You
you
ain't
got
lying.
siblings and,
Yeah.
you know, it's a whole different
Yeah.
story. You can kind of learn from their mistakes and learn from their triumphs and their wins. And I'm blessed to have Dude as my older brother.
Hey, B. Rich, you didn't think the day to come with a Georgia Tech hat?
He did it on purpose.
You did- he
I'm
did-
a dog fan.
I put him on the phone with Vernon. I'm not changing up.
I mean, it's a Georgia Tech, former Georgia Tech athlete.
Man, let me get to my question, man. Damn.
Okay, I was just thinking out loud. I'm like,
Hey man, I'm a dog.
on purpose.
No,
They balling
so,
too.
before we go back to how y'all got started in radio, because I definitely want to hear the beginning of that. How did it feel seeing your younger brother playing at Tech and then eventually making it to the pros? You know, like, what were some of your thoughts and how you felt? Like, did you feel like you was out there playing with him, or did you go to a lot of the games? Like, put us down on that.
I went to as many games as I could, but see, you got to understand where we're from, man, and what we've been through as far as the sport of football. High school football is where we're from.
Moncks Corner,
from Moncks Corner,
right?
South Carolina. We call it MoCo now. Long story.
Moco.
And so we started playing at the age of 7. Okay, I'm talking about the age where your knee pads was around your ankles.
Yeah.
Okay. So my uncle played. He was very, very good. I watched him play, and then the next year, my dad said, "We're gonna let you play." And then so I played. So age 7 all the way, I played 2 years of college football. Obviously, he went to Georgia Tech and played 4 years of college football and went on to the NFL. It's just for somebody that grew up in a football culture, it's hard to explain draft night. It's hard to explain all of the practices, all of the times in the weight room, all of the times in study, in the film room. It's hard to explain all of those years from the age of 7 to being an adult. And the culmination is you're going to get paid for it now. You know what I'm saying? So, there's not a lot of guys that from our hometown that made it to the NFL. I'll probably say maybe 10. Which is good.
Yeah, it
but 10 guys from my hometown to make it to the Hall of Fame, and him probably having one of the bigger impacts in the league is just one of the most proud things that a big brother could ever have. I mean, that's just real because, I wanted to play pro football, and it didn't happen. Wasn't good enough, or injuries. I had a terrible knee injury when I got to South Carolina State, and so, seeing him do it, it's kind of like he did it for everybody. He did it for everybody that had something to do with his growth in the sport and becoming the great player that he was. So yeah, it's just an incredible feeling to play your entire life and see something that you worked on so hard, you succeed in it. Absolutely.
That's dope. So as a little brother, right, and you make it to you got drafted by the Lions, correct?
Yep.
What round did you get drafted?
Third round.
Third round. So,
Yep.
All right, you get your check. What's the first thing? Did you buy Doug anything? What's the first thing you bought, and what's the first thing that you bought your brother?
I bought him the best present that any brother could ever get a big brother. I bought him an Xbox.
Okay.
I bought him an Xbox. I bought him a few games, and I sent it down there. And
That's hard.
That's all I needed, though.
But
Yeah,
listen,
yeah. That
was good.
And we were big gamers our entire lives. So to be able to send your brother an Xbox with a few games and a couple of remotes, that was big time to me, But no, I mean, I really appreciate the dude, man, and anything that I could have ever done to assist him or help him with whatever he wanted to do, I would be right there. Dude sent me a budget, Before I got my first check, he sent me this full handwritten budget on a yellow piece of paper. Like, hey, man, if you do this, and this, when you get done playing ball, we don't know how long that's going to be, you should be able to be financially stable.
Wow.
And after reading the budget, man, I ripped that shit up so quick. and threw it away, man, and it didn't take none of the advice. And 15 years later, I look back at it like, man, damn, that's one of the few things that I didn't listen to that he advised me on. And had I listened to it, I would have been in a much better position. But I figured, man, I worked hard to get here. I'm here now. I'm going to enjoy myself while I'm here. I'm going to keep working, but I'm going to enjoy myself while I'm here. His approach was, keep doing the same things that you did in high school and in college until football is over. And when it's over, you can live a little bit.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm going to go ahead and enjoy these streets right now.
It's funny you said that. I was talking to Doug, the other Doug over here, and we was talking about black people, man, we know how to live life.
Yeah.
We know how to live life. Now, some of the things we do is not as smart,
Right.
but we know how to live life.
But you know what? We talk about this all the time on the show. Like, a lot of the reasons we act the way we do, man, is because when we get it, we never had it before, so we excited. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a usual thing to be wealthy and not have to worry about money. And man, when we get it, we like, damn, I'm gonna do this, that, and the other because, hell, I never had it before, and I might not ever have it again. So I'm gonna live a little. You know what I'm saying?
And we're naturally raised to care about other folks that we grew up with and stuff. So what do? You end up doing something for this person and doing something for that person. And then when this person and that person tell somebody you did something for them, then you got somebody else calling you wanting you to do something for them. So it's a
somebody with money that has children. Those children saw how they handled money and the things that they did to be successful. A lot of us come from a place where we don't have a blueprint. We don't have a parent or a grandparent that's wealthy and made money in the market and stuff like that. So we just don't know a lot of times where what to do with money and how to progress with money.
All right.
No, 100% facts. Like one thing you said, a lot of times we didn't have money, but then too, we also feel like, deep down, people have to feel like, I don't know if I'll ever have this again. I don't know if I'll ever have money again.
That's
so
real.
I'm about to live my life. I'm finna take care of everybody I need to take care of.
Right.
We finna do our thing. But then you look up, because we saw it in the music business with so many artists.
Right.
You look up and that money dries up
fast,
quickly. You know what I mean? Like it comes fast, but it goes even faster.
It evaporates.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So look, I want to ask you this. Back to him making it to the NFL. What was draft night like? What was draft night like for you as the player? And then what was it like from your perspective as the older brother watching the younger brother accomplish his dream?
It was amazing, man. We were at my agent's house. Mom was in town. Dad was in town. Marietta.
Okay, you was in Atlanta. Okay.
Yep, in Atlanta. Terry Bolar. Shouts out to Terry Bolar, Prestige Sports. It was absolutely amazing, man. We was at his house. He had a big cookout for a lot of his players. A lot of my Georgia Tech teammates were there. Had a couple of girlfriends that pulled up, so we had to keep them separated. We did that. It worked out.
So we did that.
We did that. It worked out. Dad was calling me crazy the whole time, man. It was really, really fun. But to see that, to get that phone call, man, and then see your name on the bottom of that TV, man, and it's something that you wanted to happen your entire life, it's hard to explain, man.
Did you think that, was it like, would anybody kind of mislead you and was like you was going to be higher or lower, or did you go right where you thought you would go?
I was projected to be somewhere between first and third.
Okay.
And I ended up going third, 76 overall. But Tampa brought me in, Philadelphia brought me in, Detroit brought me in, and Pittsburgh brought me in. So I was thinking that it was going to be one of those teams. And Philly had one of the earlier picks in that first round. And when they took Brian Dawkins, brilliant selection, might I add.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant selection, might I add. When they took Brian Dawkins, I kind of fell down a little bit. And then when Detroit called, man, it was just, I still get goosebumps thinking about it.
I see it.
Yeah, I still get goosebumps thinking
so
about it.
So B-Mac had told us when he got drafted, can you remember everybody in your position that was drafted before you?
No.
He remembered damn near everyone.
Yeah, he
bro.
did. Yeah. Roddy did too. Remember, we were going to be Roddy. He remembered every
So
single
do you
person.
remember some of the guys?
B. Dawkins. No, I really don't, man. I've never been the dude that really gives a damn about the next person, man.
Well,
I can.
No, I got you. That's good.
All I can do is control what I can control and look out for who I can look out for, man. And if something happens to other people, good for you. Congratulations for you. If something bad happens, we was talking about Puff the other day, and every time his name comes up, whenever we talk about the topic, the minute the topic's over, I say, hey, man, better him than me, or Doug, of course. I'll say something like that. I've never really gotten into thinking and caring about what's going on with other people.
That's probably why you are where you are.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
Hold on, I wanted Doug to answer from his perspective.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the culmination of all of the hard work is draft night. And, I just remember being so excited, so happy, because we had seen this before. I'm a big draft guy anyway. Mm-hmm. I'm the type that was watching the draft, during the years before the last, decade or so where it's become this big event. Like, I watched the draft when I was in middle
Saturday,
school.
right?
Yeah.
They were cutting school in high school to go home to his buddy's house to watch the draft.
Yes. We actually did that. We cut high school. Me and my best friend, the same guy that watched him luck up and get me in that wrestling match. We cut school to watch the draft. Right, the draft was during the day. It wasn't at night. So it was big just to be a part of it and know somebody. And in particular, my younger brother, it was just an incredible night. Like it's one of those memorable things because, once again, I know I'm saying this like a lot. I sound like a broken record, but it's just the culmination of so much hard work, injuries, surgeries, long days in the summertime. Like if you make it to the pros, you've had 13, 14 years of training camps.
Dude,
in August.
I ran what ended up being 2.5 miles every day from an 8th grade conversation I had with him. Every day except for Sunday. From 8th grade through high school, I ran 2.5 miles.
Wow.
Why? Because my older brother said that if I've got more wind and more energy than everybody else on the field, I'm going to play better.
That's true.
Yeah.
And he said that, so I'm like, okay, cool. I ran that day, okay, and every day after that, except for Sundays.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when you're blessed with that kind of knowledge, every test that we ever had at Georgia Tech or in Detroit when it came to conditioning tests, not only did I always pass my conditioning test, I always had the best time on every team. Glenn Milburn, Barry Sanders, Herman Moore, all those guys. Smoked all of them. In Detroit, they were like, man, this year, will you slow down during no, I'm not going to slow down during the test. I'm going to come in there, and every coach and every scout that's in this building is going to know that I worked my ass off this offseason. Y'all take it however y'all want to, but I'm going to be first with all of it.
Wow.
Talked to my kids about that last night. When it comes to all the things that we want to do, we want a medal. How many medals are there? There's a gold, there's a silver, there's a bronze. So you got to be in the top 3 to medal, and I want y'all to medal with everything that you do. That's how you're going to create excellence. Well, Dad, you fussed at me because I was 5th when we jogged the lap before practice. You can't win being 5th. The 5th place guy don't get nothing. And all these things, the things that I heard him say when we were growing up. If I dropped a pass in the yard, he would always say it. What'd you say?
Touch your hands, you got to catch it.
Touch it, catch it. Wait, well, no. If you think you're not going to be able to catch it, pull your damn hands down. Because if it touch your fingers, I expect you to catch the ball. And that's how we've lived, and that's how I was trained.
Awesome,
so it was truly a blessing for sure.
So the question though, and I'm not even trying to be funny, I really want to know, did the tears fall?
Yeah, he cried.
You talking about draft night? Mm-hmm. I think maybe so, man.
I believe I would have. If I had a little brother, if I had a younger brother, I believe I would have.
I think so, man.
I believe I would have.
I think so because it's that serious, man. Because you know what? Less than 1% of high school athletes make it to the NFL.
100%.
In Monk's Corner as well? Come on.
Yeah. So small town USA, and once again, just putting in all the work, man. It's just an incredible, incredible feeling to know that we did it. And I said we because I feel like that the whole family and
I hear it coming from him.
His whole support system.
Man, I feel like we talking to y'all.
I
hear it coming from him. It wasn't just Ryan. It was a we thing. It's coming from him when he speaks. Like you can feel it.
Yeah, man.
Hey, so look, man, we're going to come back to the NFL. Time going by so fast with this interview. Like, it's one of the fastest ones ever. How did y'all get started in radio? Whose idea was that? And tell us the beginning from that.
He's the brain behind the majority of it.
So talk to us about it.
As a matter of fact, he's still the brain behind the majority of it. He's just a quick thinker. He's very, he's got great ideas. We're in my basement. I'm not playing ball no more. We're playing Madden. There's about 15 people in the basement, taking turns. $75 a game.
What?
Yeah. And
well, man, Beerus would have cleaned up.
No.
Because I beat
Ask him.
Because I beat both of y'all in Madden before. I beat both of y'all in Madden.
You ain't never beat me.
Facts.
I beat you.
I beat both of y'all in Madden.
3 times Madden champion for the show.
And I won.
I beat both of y'all in Madden.
I caused the dude on y'all station. Y'all called him triple digit. I beat him 103-3.
You didn't beat me 100.
All right, go ahead and get back. We didn't interrupt Madden. We didn't interrupt Madden.
The same thing happened.
Yeah. Talking trash.
We're talking trash, playing the game. We pause the game, and we start arguing and debating about the effectiveness of the wishbone being ran in the NFL. My whole thing was, Doug's thing was, Dallas had Quincy Carter.
We were actually watching Dallas and Quincy Carter was playing.
They need to put Quincy in some type of wishbone or some type of shotgun to allow him to go down the line of scrimmage to pitch the ball. And I said, hey, man, I hear what you're saying, and I like your logic. However, they can't afford their quarterback, who has the highest cap number on the roster, to take a shot from the outside linebacker or the defensive end because he's going to hold the ball or pitch the ball. He's going to get hit regardless.
25 years later, now who's talking?
But it's still not. It's still
25 years later, what has come to fruition?
But it's not being done the way he was talking about it. And we can get into that some other time. But we argued about that for about an hour. I mean, and no one was playing the game. The game was paused. We turned the music down, and we were just going back and forth. And when we got done and cats left, one of my boys was like, hey, man, that was very entertaining just now. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You and your brother, man, the way y'all were getting at each other, man. Oh, man, you know, screw Doug, man, whatever, man, blah, blah, blah. When they left, I'm home by myself. Doug's already gone. I pick up the phone and I call him and I said, hey, man, so-and-so just said that was very entertaining. He said, man, I was just thinking about that. I said, well, what were you thinking? He was like, you know somebody that can get us a shot, right? Who do I know? Oh, don't you know West Durham? I do know West Durham.
West Durham gave y'all the shot?
Voice of the Yellow Jackets. He said, man, I'll put something together and I'll give it to you tomorrow. You call Wes and see if Wes can help us with it.
You're missing a couple little parts.
There's a couple parts.
Yeah.
But the next day.
The biggest part is you were already doing fill-in.
I was right.
For the sports station in town.
Right.
Because you were retired.
Right.
Former Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket,
Right.
former pro football player.
So he put this idea together, put it on paper. I called Wes. I said, Wes, man, can you talk to Matt Edgar over at 790 on my behalf? Well, sure, Stu, what do you need? Well, Doug and I are talking about this, bam, bam, bam.
So Matt Edgar is the producer, the executive producer. No, not the executive producer. He was not the producer.
Program director.
The program director at the station, the sports station in town.
Yep. Wes puts the paper in front of Matt, and Matt calls us like, hey, man, I was just talking to West Durham. I like what you guys got. And when can you and your brother come down and talk? I said, man, we'll come whenever you tell us to. How about tomorrow at so-and-so time? We'll be there. Hung the phone up, called Doug. Hey, man, Matt Edgar just called me and said he wants us to come down there tomorrow at so-and-so time. He said, really? I said, yeah. It was silence for like 10 seconds. And at the same time, we both just started laughing. Oh, it's going to work. And we went down there and pitched the idea, and the rest is history.
Who came up with the Two Live Stew's name to play on the Two Live crew?
Brandon Leak, home team.
Home team came up with that name?
Home team.
Wow, now
Yeah.
y'all teaching me something now.
Home team.
We had West Durham, we had home team, and they've never said anything about that. It's crazy.
They might have forgot, but no, the first show, it was like 7 p.m. The station signal was down, so they gave us from like 7 to 9, and they just threw home team in there with us. Home team was still a intern, I believe, at the time, and the very first show was. We incorporated, we were clowning, having a good time, laughing. Everything was going great. And then at some point, we were like, we need to get a show name. We need to get a name. And a bunch of people called up and gave their suggestions for names. And like at the end of the night, home team was like, y'all should call yourself the Two Live Stews. The rest is history.
That's crazy.
The rest is history.
I got to shout out.
Man,
Yeah.
shout out to home team.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, home team.
Absolutely.
Good dude.
Absolutely.
Good dude.
The Two Live Stews, man. So y'all on that night. What was the transition like? Like how we know it exploded, but tell the people what it was like. It started at night, what the response was, and we just take it from there.
So we have a lot of affiliations with Omegas, with Prince Hall Masons. He played for Georgia Tech, so a lot of people know him from that. So we know a lot of people. We pretty good in sports, so we knew a lot of people. We literally reached out to all of our networks and like, listen, you're not going to really be able to hear the show that good because we're on at night, but we need y'all to listen and we need y'all to call up. We need you to email in and make it look big. You know what I'm saying? And so we had the best time for a couple hours a night. And that went on for a couple of weeks, and more executives started showing up to the show and watching, and they're whispering and talking behind the glass. And, and eventually it just got so popular, and they got so much response, the program directors and the station owners, from emailing. This was email back then. It wasn't no social media, really.
Yeah.
This is 2001, that at some point they were like, listen, we want to talk to y'all guys about a long-term deal. I was like, oh shit, I'm quitting my job tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's all I need to hear.
Yeah.
Because I was still working.
Yeah.
It's very young family at the time, and so they called us in. Well, look, let me back up a little bit. Another one of y'all.
You left a big part out, but go ahead. I think you're about to say it now.
So they were like, we want to talk to you guys about long-term contracts. So we're not stupid. We know we needed some representation. Like, who can we call? We don't know nobody. It's like, Ryan Cameron doesn't even remember this.
Okay.
But I won a contest where I went up there and talked trash over the radio, and I won the contest.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna reach out to Ryan Cameron. Or we're gonna. I can't remember who it was going to reach out to Ryan Cameron. We got a contact for Ryan Cameron. Called Ryan Cameron. He was like, you know what? I love y'all boys show. I listen to y'all boys show. I think maybe he had already called in. Wow. And he was like, I'm gonna hook y'all up with my agent.
Whoa.
I forget his name. Ryan said his name on.
Norm Shrut.
Norm Shrut. That's right.
Norm Shrut. Yeah, he died a couple years ago. But Ryan connected us with his agent, Norm Shrut. Norm says, listen, he talked to us for a little bit. Old Jewish cat, you know. He's like 75 at the time. He ran like 20-something radio stations in his entire life. Like, he's been on radio forever. Anyway, he says, he's like, you know what, guys? I like you guys. I've been listening to you for a couple of days, trying to get the feel of you. I'll be your agent. When you talk to those guys at that radio station, the execs there, you tell them Norm Shrut's your agent and step back and watch their expressions on their face. And that was it. He came in and negotiated a deal for us. And it was great. And another year and a half later, he negotiated another deal, and he probably got us 3-4 contracts. And he was just a blessing. He was a blessing. So we got a lot of help from Ryan Cameron, Norm, Wes Durham, and so we definitely had some support because people were digging the show so much because the show was so different that people saw something special in it.
The big thing he forgot is that on the first show, we had our frat brothers call and just hold the line. We said, hey, man, we might not take your call, but what we need y'all to do is we need y'all to call up and just stay on the line. So when the producers and the people that make decisions come and see we got full banks at 7 o'clock at night when there's no signal, they're going to wonder what the hell is going on. So sure enough, the brothers called. As soon as the show started, there were 6 full lines. It stayed full the whole day. We may have taken 1 or 2 calls. And Matt Edgar, after the show, goes, can you guys tell me how you got the calls to light up like that?
That's how he talks.
And we said, we said in the business plan that this city is black, Matt.
Right.
The minute these people hear black voices and the word is out that we're on this radio station, everybody black is going to want to listen because there's no representation for us on AM radio. This is what you saw tonight, and I guarantee every night we're here, you see the exact same thing.
Man.
And they were like, I don't know how you guys did it. It's amazing how you guys did it. Yeah, well, my line brothers and his line brothers tied the lines up. That's how we did it.
Yeah, right.
You couldn't hear nothing we were saying.
Yeah.
You know, but it is what it is. You got to plan strategically when you're trying to pull something off, and we've done that, and it worked out for us.
So one thing I want to add to that is that whole black thing. You got to remember, in 2001, when we started the show, there were no other all-black radio host to a sports talk show in America.
On the AM dial.
In America.
On the AM dial.
On the AM dial. Not one.
No.
There were a couple shows where there was one black host and another the point man was a white guy.
Show.
No. But there was no black show. And they talk about this in, they did a big Sports Illustrated article on us a couple years later. But at that time in America, now factor, you do the math. How many, major cities? Some major cities have 2 sports talk stations. Atlanta had 2 at the time. But every major city in the country had at least 1 sports station. Do the math of how many stations that is, how many shows that is. Each station has 3 or 4 shows. So do the math.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it was definitely a big thing that kind of set a trend and kind of stuck out from everybody else's show.
So let me ask you something. When y'all walked into media days and all, to go interview people, y'all came in with y'all swag, did they look at y'all crazy?
Yes. And we would
y'all representing the culture.
We would do our open. We would scream, "You're in the door." I mean, I don't care where it was, how many people was there. We would have the same open. We usually had a Two Live Stews t-shirt on. We had on some camouflage pants. We had a hat to the back. I mean, it was truly the culture walking into these rooms. But we were getting identified. We were getting noticed, and we wanted everybody to be able to see us. So we did things together. We stayed on the same page, and it worked out.
Really, the nutshell of it was we had the idea, and a lot of stuff we say, man, it sounds like we're bragging, but it's the truth.
Man, I was there. I seen it.
Okay, we said this out loud. We had this on our business plan. We wanted to infuse sports and hip hop culture.
Y'all did that.
That's it. We wanted to talk. Something we had that nobody else had was we were brothers. So we could talk to each other, and we know things about each other that we know because we grew up in the same house, in the same room. For a couple of years, we slept in the same bed.
Which is why the Waterboyz work so good. Y'all know each other.
Yeah. Right.
When you know each other, you can play off of each other. You know things about him that other people don't know, so you can kind of needle him with those things.
When we sat down in front of Matt Edgar, I'm going back a little bit, but when we sat down in front of Matt Edgar, the program director at the time, we says, man, listen, why is there not a black-based sports talk show in Atlanta?
The city is black as Atlanta.
Chocolate City.
Like this is the new chocolate city.
Y'all should be ashamed.
This is the new chocolate city. This is you called it what?
Black Hollywood.
Black Hollywood.
I think he's the one that came up with that term, Black Hollywood. So this is the new Black Hollywood. This is the new chocolate city. Like this makes all the sense in the world to have to get some viewpoints from black guys in Atlanta.
Not just viewpoints, but if you've got some black guys that's on your airwaves, aren't all these companies that's typically ran by black people that this city is black in, the presidents, the GMs, aren't those people going to want to spend their marketing dollars and their advertising dollars with y'all because you got the black guys on the air?
Yeah.
And it goes like, oh.
Yeah,
I don't believe we've never thought of that. Yes.
Yeah, we went into depth. We went into depth about that, and he understood the vision very early. Matt Edgar, the program director, once again. And relayed that to all of the other owners and executives, and they gave us an opportunity, and the rest is history.
Man, so y'all the number one the sports radio show in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all develop talent. L. Duncan's come through.
Oh yeah.
So now y'all go up to Bristol. Mm-hmm. Y'all don't skip Bayless' ass. Tell us about that experience at ESPN, man. Y'all some pit bulls on them too, man.
Oh, yeah.
How that feel? Y'all wasn't intimidated? Y'all wasn't scared?
We were too pit bullish, as a matter of fact.
So explain.
No, not really. Not really. We did it for 6 years, man.
Yeah, they ran our ass up out of there too.
But I mean,
it's okay. Okay.
I mean, we had a great run. Yeah. So Galen Gordon, who was the executive producer, or one of the executive producers for, it wasn't First Take at the time. It was
Cold Pizza.
Cold Pizza.
It was Cold Pizza.
I used to watch it way back then, too.
So it was Cold Pizza, and I really think that they have people on staff whose only job is to listen for the new trends, is to turn the dials, or the internet was around at that time. And he just reached out to us and was like, hey, man, we want to talk to y'all about coming on Cold Pizza. Like, how you get our number? This is a black dude now. How you get our number? So he's like, I can't remember what he said, how he got our number, but they heard about how great the show was doing, something new, something fresh, never seen before really at that point. Bought us some tickets. We went to New York City, stayed in Manhattan, boutique hotel, and came on set and debated with Skip Bayless. And they liked it. They called our agent.
Originally, Skip was sitting between us, and he was going to be the point person.
Okay.
And after we did the audition, I'll never forget it. Skip was like, okay, guys, this was really, really great.
Wait, now it wasn't an audition.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
After we got done, Skip was like, hey, look, man, that was really, really great. However, I can't do my thing sitting between y'all. So I need to talk to them about finding somebody else so I can debate,
so he can debate
you guys. Mm. And then they found a moderator that they used, and I believe it was Dana Jacobson at the time.
Yeah, Dana Jacobson. I forget the other guy's name.
Jay Crawford.
Jay Crawford.
Right.
Yeah.
And, they put us together, put us all on the set, and then Skip was like, okay, now this will be better because now I don't have to set anybody up. We can debate with each other. And that's how it ended up being us across from Skip. You remember that?
No.
Okay.
Must be my CT because I don't remember
It's okay.
it exactly like that.
It's okay.
But bottom line is we went in there and we killed it, and maybe 3-4 months later they offered us a contract to come up there every other week it ended up being like 5 or 6 years.
So did y'all laugh at each other then too?
We laughed in. We was like, man, this is great. Yeah.
The day we walked off of the set, the first time being up there in New York, in Manhattan, when we got off the set and got back to the green room and closed the door and nobody else was around, oh God, you believe this? They gonna pay us to do this? You believe this?
Right.
Yeah, I believe it. But it happened again.
Yeah.
It really did.
It really did, yeah.
So, was it a time y'all pissed Skip Bayless off or anything? Did y'all make him mad? Was there tension on set?
Well, I mean, once again, we did it for 5 or 6 years. But yeah, there were several times where Skip was a big baby, man. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. And listen, we need to say this now. We giving, because y'all our folk, because y'all our boys, we agreed to come do this. And we've been trying to do it for a long time. It's just schedules. He doesn't even live in Atlanta anymore.
Y'all ain't giving nobody this.
No. The book is going to be much more salacious.
Okay.
And this is great. I think we giving y'all a ton right now. But when this book comes out, we've been working on it for probably 3 or 4 months now. When this book comes out, it's going to be so much more
all the stories.
Stuff.
All the bodies that are hidden.
All the stuff we want to know.
All
right.
the bodies.
But yeah, bottom line is I think we giving y'all a lot, man, and we appreciate y'all having us. So I just want people to understand that. You're going to get a lot more.
When is the book?
The book is going to be out by the end of the year.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely. If not before that, the third
I'm
quarter.
looking forward to it.
To answer the question you asked, Doug called Skip pathetic, and I think everything went downhill.
Several times, that's not true. Several times we said things about or to Skip where he took it personal. Skip was that kid in middle school, that kid in elementary school that went and told a teacher on you after the.
No!
Yes! He's a teacher teller. He's a tattletale teacher teller. I'm going to tell the principal, yes.
He's a chump.
And so the contact that we had that reached out to us at first, he would pull us aside and be like, man, you guys, Skip told the producers that y'all said this and y'all can't. It's his show. You got to remember it's his show.
And that has to rain on y'all parade because y'all feeling good, you're doing good.
Right.
It's like, dude,
it's debate.
Right.
Like it's debate. Why are you taking this personal?
Yep.
And then on top of that, Skip doesn't mind calling athletes certain names. So if you're debating him, I'm just giving you
giving it back to
I'm
him,
just giving you
Trey.
what my perspective
Right,
would be.
right.
I would feel like everything is in bounds because that's how you do with the athletes you speak.
Absolutely. And that's something that because he played in the league,
Take it personal.
I think he took it personal because coming from somebody that played professional sports, it weighs a lot more than just, one of his boys or somebody else in media.
There were 1 or 2 times where I'd be like, well, how many downs did you get on Sunday, Skip?
Oh, he doesn't like that.
And
He didn't like
whenever
that.
we would say that, he would just turn orange.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And whenever that segment went in, somebody in my ear would be like, hey, Ryan, can you come to the control room real quick?
Oh, yeah. Dude, we got called in the office so much.
Can you kind of not do that to Skip because that kind of sets him back and
Right.
we can't get the best out of him when that happens. So
Very sensitive dude.
Oh, man.
Let me ask you this then.
Very sensitive dude.
So this comment that I'm about to bring up didn't come from y'all, but y'all were there, and I know Ryan was sitting right next to him. When Jalen Rose said water, pistol, Pete.
I am hitting his leg like this under the table. I am bumping his knee
Trying to
like this
get him to stop.
Because he's kind of new to being there.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm thinking, the minute he started, I'm like, oh, man, we're all going to get fired. I said that in my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, man, our show is about to come to an end here.
Dang.
Because Skip takes it personal.
I don't think Jalen was back on there with Skip.
No,
was he?
that was
I don't think he was back on there with
And
Skip.
about a week or 2 later, they let go of all of the independent contractors that were coming in.
Yeah, because we
and
used
they brought in Stephen A.
Yeah.
So Stephen A. wasn't around then?
No.
Steve-
When we were doing it, it was a round table or a.
Y'all the reason Stephen A. need to thank y'all.
Well,
Stephen A. was also fired at the time as well. He wasn't with ESPN yet.
But he was brought back.
So at the time, the setup was for many, many years, we come in for 2 days. Rob Parker would come in for 2 days. Jamel Hill would come in for 2 days.
Yep.
So they had different groups to come in and debate Skip. And once again, we did it for 5 or 6 years. But then at some point, shortly after that happened,
Stephen came back every day.
and Stephen A. Smith, I don't know if he was on the show or he was just on the network. I don't know if he was actually on First Take or Cold Pizza at the time. He may have done something because he had his own show.
He had his own show.
I don't know. Something happened. They kind of split for a second, but then they literally got rid of all of us, and they brought Stephen A. in exclusively with Skip at some point, and the rest is history.
He played nice in the sandbox with Skip. And I kind of think Stephen A., very smart dude, okay? Stephen A. kind of understood that Skip could be a conduit or an assist to him getting to
where he need to go.
Where he need to go.
Yeah.
And there was some time, if you go back to those debates that they used to have, Stephen A. could have probably torn Skip a new you-know-what, but he didn't. He kind of
New
protected
asshole,
him
yeah.
from time to time, where we did not protect him. If we got a chance to tear his ass up, we was tearing his ass
Yeah,
up.
but that's another thing of being kind of naive about politics is we thought we were doing what we were supposed to do. Right. We wanted to make it, entertaining, right? And so we didn't understand. There's a lot of politics to the industry, a lot of politics to the business that we just didn't know till after the fact. And yeah, if we would have played nice and not gone to Skip as hard as we want, we may still have been on there. Who knows?
Let me tell you a story. Oh, go ahead, Trey. Go ahead.
No. I was just finna say that there were only like really four people, but y'all are set together. It was only 3 sets of people I felt like since Skip has been doing this has been able to keep up with Skip. Like really, you guys, Stephen A. Smith, and Shannon Sharp. Everybody else, to me, Skip gets the best of them.
Right.
But y'all, I used to say it all the time, y'all and Stephen A., because Shannon was on CBS at the time. He wasn't in debate TV. And I used to be like, man, the Stews and Stephen A., they the only ones who can get Skip to pipe down. They the only ones who can make him stutter.
Inside story, when we went to the set that day, Jalen Rose, right before the light cut on, when the show came on, before Skip got on set, Jalen said, got something for him today.
Oh, man.
And I was like, okay, dude, let's do it, man. I'm looking forward to it. I had no idea.
You didn't know it was going to go that far.
The minute he started, I started tapping his leg like, oh, man.
Look, he still brings that, like, Skip will bring that up every blue moon about the Water Pistol Pete thing. Like, every now and then, it'll come back up that Jalen called him Water Pistol Pete.
It cut him deep.
Because there's no 10th or 11th graders that plays JV basketball. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
You have to be on the varsity level when you're a junior or a senior.
Man.
So for Jalen to say, hey, man, didn't you play junior varsity as a junior in high school?
Yeah.
You saw Skip just start turning around. Yep, Jalen, I did. I did.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew for a fact that when...
He probably shouldn't have said that. Probably shouldn't have said that.
It's all over.
Probably shouldn't have said that.
That's the fact that you knew.
Yep.
Man, I had a moment like what y'all said where I felt like you got to play the game right. I was interviewing Zach Robinson, and I asked him, I said, why is Kyle Pitts playing receiver? And
Right.
He looked at me. You're not looking at tape.
Right.
He's there 90% of what I'm saying is like every fan is like this.
Right.
It's like if you keep him between the tackles, obviously the linebackers don't cover him, so he's going to outbeat the linebackers, so you're going to have to double team him. So that's going to free up other people.
Right.
All the key moments that I was watching the Falcons, Kyle Pitts was lined outside. And it wasn't working.
It wasn't working.
And so that's all I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to but then Trey and Doug's like, hey.
For the record, man, coaches and coordinators overthink it often. And it's okay for them to overthink it, but if you're too manly or you've got, you think you're the smartest guy in the room, you'll miss the obvious. That wasn't obvious. He doesn't need to be out there. He needs to be in here where the mismatch.
Agree with me.
Right.
So that's all I was trying to say.
That's it. Right. That's it. But some people get in their feelings when they get corrected or when they realize, damn, he's got a real good point, but I can't let him know that's a real good point.
Listen, he ended up answering the question and ended up talking good about Kyle Pitts, and it went viral. It made NFL.com, 92.9 The Game played it. So it ended up in a positive, but I could just see the way he looked at me. He handled it very professionally. You wouldn't have known that he was upset except if he was there.
And
how he
felt it.
I felt it. I was like,
felt
okay,
it. No question.
Yeah, I need to chill out. I need to chill out how I ask my question.
Same way we felt about Paul Mooney when he was in the studio with us and he made some comments. We'll save it for the book, but he said some things, and the minute he said it, we kind of looked at each other like, oh, man, hope we can rebound from this. You know?
Rest in peace.
Guilty by association.
Right, no
Right,
question.
yeah, absolutely.
No question. And them folk upstairs are listening, and you know they're listening. They got the show playing in the building. When you're talking about their culture and what they do and what they don't do, you know, the pushback is not going to come to him because he gets to leave after the interview.
Yeah, and you should have interrupted.
You should have.
Why didn't you interrupt?
Why didn't you straighten him out when he said that?
100%.
So you take
Guilty by
the blunt off it for
association.
that. That's the kind of stuff happens.
Guilty by
So I want to
association.
ask you something. I want to bring up the Chris. We had Chris Domino on, which was a good guy. Talked to baseball. Had a good interview with him. But for something that me and him talked about, we discussed about asking him about the OJ. He decided I shouldn't do it. I was like, I want to do it. And so we both decided that we would do it. And we asked him his side of the story.
I kind of went along with it. I didn't want to do it.
Oh, he went. He didn't want to. So I want to hear your side.
Always go there, be rich. If there's something that's on your heart like that,
That was on my heart.
Always go there.
So I went on him and asked him what happened between the O.J. Simpson and Two Live Stew's handoff and what happened. And so Trey, he's got an elephant memory, so he can kind of tell you what Chris Domino said because I'm going to screw it up. But I want him to tell you what Chris said, then I want to hear you guys' story.
Did
And
you guys? Well, let me ask. Did you guys see the clip?
I saw it.
Okay,
I saw
but we saw it. So y'all saw it. So y'all can respond to what.
Go ahead, sir.
No, you go ahead.
No, I insist, man. I insist.
And no diss to Chris Domino, we appreciate you. This is not that. We just want to see.
You want the other side of the story? You got one side, get the other side.
Yeah.
We didn't respect those guys. Those guys didn't respect us. If you listen to those guys' show before we got on air, those guys were often taking shots at the Stews.
Really?
They were
'Cause of
talking,
hate, 'cause
they
of
were
hate.
talking about how unprofessional we were. Our guys in this business don't do this. And they make comments like that, blanket comments like that, blanket statements like that, knowing they were talking about the Stews. And everybody that's listening to their show know they're talking about the Stews too. So they would do that kind of stuff all the time.
So slow down a little bit, man.
Okay.
Save it for the book.
Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
I told you to go ahead, and then you tell me to slow down, so you better go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. You better go ahead. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
no.
I insist, please.
So, you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure, man. I'm sure.
Once again, we don't want to get too much into because we're going to go in detail in the book. But there were a lot of people up there that hated on us because they felt like that we got popular too fast.
And y'all did, and there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. Y'all were the hottest.
It is what it
thing.
is.
Y'all would go to remotes, have a ton of people there.
Yeah.
The tailgate, which I was happy to say I provided the DJ and I was a part of it,
Mm-hmm.
was off the chain.
Right.
Y'all had the dopest guest on there at the time, man. Like,
Yeah, we were blessed by the best. Simple as that. And thank God for everything that we had and that came our way. But when I tell you, I talked this guy from beating Chris Domino's ass, believe me, right there. Because to kind of review what happened again, it's kind of like unwritten rules that you don't undercut your coworkers, okay?
Unless it's the Stews.
Unless it's us, obviously, evidently.
Right.
And so we had Ryan Cameron once again called OJ. OJ came in studio. We had him in there for about an hour and a half. We're doing the handoff, which is basically the next show comes in. The next show comes in. We talk to them about what they're going to talk about in the next show. And that's it. That's it. The protocol is you don't come in and start some conversation about the guest that you had on, some long conversation about the guest you had on. But he comes in the studio and, without warning, he didn't really ease into it. He kind of straight raw dogged into it.
Right.
He says one thing to us, and the next second he looks over at OJ and is like, I thought you murdered your wife in cold blood and did this and the other. And we're looking around like,
he's in there?
he's in there.
In the studio.
OJ is in the studio with us.
In the crossroom.
If you don't remember that.
Yep.
And Domino comes in and is like, I thought you, and you, Mr. Simpson, I thought you murdered your wife and you a lousy son of a this and that and the other. You just don't do it. It's just you don't do that type of thing because literally it was like he cut our legs from up under us. Because we told OJ,
She wouldn't bring that up.
whether you feel one way about it or not, the other, we told him that we would have him in studio and talk to him about his football playing career. This is way after the trial, obviously. And we made that promise to him. Why would we get into all of that? You see what I'm saying? This was many years after. Why would we get into that? So he felt like it was a safe space Then this guy comes in and gets an opportunity to, I guess, get pat on his back by all the people in his circle and just cut our knees from under us. It was bad, and I literally had to talk this guy in off the edge from beating his ass. Seriously. He knows it. Domino knows it.
Not to go to leave this story and go someplace else, but you mentioned we had the best guests. I want to explain to you the hate that we felt around that place. They came up with a new policy for booking guests because whenever a story would break, I had access to everybody.
Right.
So I would just pick up my phone and call so-and-so, and I would get so-and-so on wherever the story was. If it was in sports, if it was in music, if it was in TV, if it was in whatever, I had access to everybody. So they came up with this new policy on how to book guests. You have to put guest name on a list with Matt Edgar, the lone producer, the head of the program director.
Who hired you guys?
So after you give Matt Edgar your name, if no other show had the name that you presented, then you could book that guest like 2 or 3 days later. So what does that do? That cuts my Rolodex out of the situation.
Right.
I can no longer pick up the phone and call Charles Barkley. I can no longer pick up the phone and call Megatron. I can't do that now. I got to go through them.
Whoa.
So what started happening was I would give them 4 or 5 names of people we wanted to talk to, and they would tell me, Domino's already got that on the list. Oh, Shapiro's already got that on the list. So now they've got a wish list of people that they want to talk to that they can't even get in touch with. I've got these people's number to call them personally.
Yeah.
But I can't call them because of the new policy, which was just to cut our legs from underneath us so we wouldn't have access to the guests.
Right. So we get asked that question a lot. People ask us, how do we get this person on the show? Mm-hmm. Like, do they not have access? Do other people can't do that?
No connections.
Right.
I mean, 6 degrees of separation.
Right.
He played in the NFL. He know Barry Sanders. He played with Barry Sanders. So 6 degrees of separation. You call somebody in the industry. They call somebody. Yeah, this guy says for the students, we'll come on.
I'm in the streets partying like a rock star back then also. I don't have a family. I'm not married. I ain't got no kids. Yeah. So I know all the party promoters. I know all the guys at the club, at the door for the clubs. So when these stars and these athletes come to their club, when so-and-so get in there, I get a phone call. Hey, Stu, this big oh, what up, Walt? Everything cool? So-and-so just got here, man. Oh, really? Okay. Did you have a table? Yeah, okay. I'll be there in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I go buy so-and-so a drink, spend some time with so-and-so, and the next day so-and-so wants to come on the air with the Stews.
And that was early. Later on, man, a lot of people came to us, found us.
Right.
Yeah, the first time I ever heard shoe modeling was from you.
and that's not something I'm proud of now because I put so much money into those places. You know?
Yeah.
I got 3 kids now. Some of that money would really come in handy. But I was throwing it on the floor. I was just literally throwing it on the floor.
It was a song with my name in it. We still in this business. Say, be rich, pull up in a rooster.
I
was throwing it on the floor, and the DJ kept scratching it back. Be rich, be rich. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm running out of money. Please stop.
Right, so we had connections that they did everything that they could to take away from us, which it still didn't hurt the show because people were still vibing with us and still appreciated what we were doing. But when it came to getting big name guests, they were doing everything that they could to get those guests on everybody else's show except for ours. Yeah,
but the whole Domino thing and the OJ thing was some bullshit. Simple as that.
I'm sorry about that.
It was so deep as far as the hate, man. From a couple, and it wasn't everybody. Let me make sure I say that. It wasn't.
If you watch him, and he's saying that you apologize, he kept asking him.
He never said that because
he was upset.
Right. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. But once again, the industry was so small at the time. People doing shows like ours, and it was very political. And man, it was certain people.
You say y'all had some supporters up there, though, right?
Yeah. We it wasn't everybody that we work with, and those people knew who they are, but there was a ton of haters. They know who they are too. And ultimately, a lot of the hate kind of amassed, and the rest is history. Stews are history.
So the hate, okay. So what was the point where y'all said, fuck it, I'm not doing this shit no more. I'm gonna take a break with my family. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go do that.
You mean after they showed us the door?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So explain what happened.
They brought in a new program director And we realized that now that he was brought in just to break the show down.
Really? It was the #1 show. How do you break a number one show?
They put y'all on the air with some other people, right? Then they put y'all on with John Michaels.
They had
some not John Michaels.
Not John Michaels. It was somebody else. It was somebody else they put y'all on the air with.
We saw it coming.
But we still believe that.
We #1.
Right.
Right.
We #1.
That's
you can't cut your nose off to spite your own face.
Right.
So
Right.
clearly the almighty dollar will protect us when it comes to the hate that.
I would have thought that.
Right. No.
Right.
Man.
So let's talk about that for a second. We saw it coming because they started doing all these things to indicate that they were going to change the show or chop or stop the show, period, right? But at the same time, you could go back and look at the Arbitron, the numbers books, and we're 2 times more popular and got a 2 times bigger number than our competitor that's on at the same time. So in our mind, we grew up playing sports, right? It's a meritocracy. It's what you do in the field. So I think the fact that we thought that, or we knew that our numbers were what they are, we knew that we had the huge popularity behind us, and always lived by the fact of the score matters, what you do matters. You can't kind of push to the side the actual numbers and what's going on. I don't think it crossed our mind that at some point they were going to chop our necks off and tell us.
What year did this happen?
This was 2011.
Yeah, so we were on the road.
We was on the road,
so we
man.
missed
We was
a
on
lot.
the road because I didn't see. We was traveling all over, man. Nothing on You was #1. Airplanes was #1.
Right.
So I come back. I'm like, where the stew?
We came
Right.
back. I listened one day, and y'all had some other people on the show with y'all. It wasn't just
Yeah.
y'all.
They forced us to get on with a guy named Hans Heiser, I believe his name was. He didn't understand anything that we were doing, and he was just there to muddy it up. They tried to get us to bring a white girl in there to be the entertainment reporter.
Hey, be careful.
I know, I'm sorry. And we were like...
Not be careful. Just slow down. Just slow down. Wait a minute, book.
We were like, why would y'all want us to bring this Caucasian female in to do our show with us for something like that? That's not going to work.
Y'all just
good
broke
for
El
us.
Duncan. Y'all just
Right.
Y'all
Fly Girl, El Duncan, Sergeant Sexy, Jazzy. I mean, all of them were incredible.
Yes.
And all of them left our show and got
Something.
bigger jobs.
Yes.
So you want us to bring this white girl in to play their role? We're not even going to be comfortable talking with her. We can't play with her like we play with them.
Yeah.
It's going to cross the lines, and it's not going to be good for us. It's not going to work out. Oh, well, that's what we want to do. Nah, we don't want to do that. And when we started telling them no, that's when we realized, yeah, our time is limited here.
So look, to not really the pivot, but when it came to building y'all audience, because this is something that I was talking to B Rich and Doug about earlier that I haven't really seen anybody else do. You guys were able to bring in not just men, but y'all brought in female fans, a female audience, man. How did y'all go about doing that? How did y'all realize that was important? And just what was the process, man? Or was it just some of that stewed magic, that brought in the audience?
Ryan had them women, man. He knew how to talk to the women, bro. He was a sex symbol.
I did not have this.
He used to be talking to him, man.
He like,
Hey,
all right, Ryan, let me know.
I was the Leon Phelps of sports talk radio.
He used to call himself.
I was in them streets, man, and we would invite everybody up. I would bring a cooler up there in the kitchen, and we'd have guests come through, and it was like a party in the background. I mean, people wanted to come up there and have fun, man, and we provided that for them. We were the people's show. So we literally gave every caller that took the time up to call. When they called, you do your thing, whatever it is, we step back, and it's your show.
Yeah.
And that was great.
And that's appealing and attractive to people to get to call this show that's getting national exposure and have a minute or two to just do whatever it is you want to do. Who wouldn't like that?
I was famous on there. I wasn't even in the music industry. Everybody knew B Rich.
Yeah.
We'd be at the tailgate. Oh, you B Rich?
Yeah.
Or Ron or
Yes.
Sorrow number 5. Man,
Everybody
that
had a
felt
name.
good for like a regular Joe like me
Right.
coming around.
The regular callers that had their show name was a celebrity in these streets.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. It was the people show. It wasn't about us. We never had no problem sharing. There's plenty to go around. There's enough for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's how women started getting involved with our show.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. Like, he don't remember. I'll beat you in the stoop bowl. I got a trophy.
I don't remember that.
If you had to participate, how I get a trophy? I just was packing up and I saw it. I should have brought it out. But what I'm trying to say is, you guys fuck with the people. You came
Right.
on your bike.
Right.
my wife was pregnant with Ryan and came play the game of Madden with me. The same when you came, same house on the little blue couch. He came and played Madden with me, bro.
And what happened that day, huh? Smashed him. Smashed him.
That's a lie.
Smashed him.
And then me and Doug built a relationship, and we used to play online a lot. And so Madden brought us all together.
Yeah.
We're here now because of that. Madden brought me and him together.
Some people that get in these positions, they think they're bigger than the world, and that's we've always
I
been
appreciate
humble.
that. You made me feel
We've always
like
been
I was
humble.
like, Ryan still
Man,
in my house.
yeah, we've always
Doug
been
called
humble.
me like that was
Yeah.
a big deal to me.
Yeah.
And y'all saw me grow from B.O.B. to the top. Y'all saw it come from the beginning to the top.
Right.
Like, how did that feel? Like, I never got a chance that y'all realized that B.O.B. was my artist. And
No, I had no idea. I didn't even know B.O.B., but you came to one of the tailgates. You had him with you. This was before he blew up.
Yeah, the clinic. Yep.
You came to a tailgate that we had. We had the legendary tailgates for many, many years when we were doing the show.
Yes.
Shout out
And
to
you
Crown
brought him to the tailgate with you. And I remember you saying, "This is my cousin, B.O.B. He's about to blow up." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever. Pass me some ribs." You know? Damn, right? And the next time I look, I'm on TV and this guy's like in a stadium with 25,000 people or whatever, and I'm like, be rich with lying. This son of a bitch with lying. Yeah. But I was super proud, man.
Yeah.
I was super proud. I was like, dang, my boy made it, man.
Yeah, we never got jealous or we hated when someone got some
I
success.
never hated. I never.
Yeah, we absolutely loved everybody to come up because again, it was enough for everybody.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something Doug said way back in the interview that, I listen to stuff, same as y'all, certain things stick, and then kind of tell you what somebody's thought process is. A simple statement, we blessed by the best.
Blessed by the best, man.
Like, if for those who don't know who you're talking about,
Yes, sir.
talking about the man upstairs, talking about God.
Absolutely.
Blessed by the best. And so when you hear statements like that, you know what your thought process and what your morals and everything is rooted in.
Right.
You know what I mean? And as long as you're rooted in that, it's not hard to share it with everybody.
It was so good that when they walked us out of there, we called each other that night like, "Hey man, if God closes this door, whatever's next is going to be huge. I can't wait."
Yeah.
We had no idea that it would take so long for us to get things together and we would come back. We had no idea, but we've always had the belief that, God knows what he's doing and we trust in him.
Well, I can say this, like sitting here watching you guys, I'm learning how to make myself a better speaker. Mm-hmm. Just how you told that story, and I was like, damn, tell stories. Like, let's make it relatable.
Oh, yeah, tell
what I'm saying?
stories,
So, like,
definitely.
that right there, I'm learning from you guys from that. And I was a pharmaceutical rep, so I got a chance to just drive around the Georgia, just listening to y'all. And 790 had.
I remember that.
Hold up.
What you about to say?
He likes telling stories. He likes trying to tell embarrassing stories about me. That's all it is. He loves to try to find a good Trey fuck up story. You know what I mean? He want to pull those out. He want to pull those out. I mean, he wants to pull those out like it ain't nothing.
No question.
Put them out like airplane shots at a frat party. You know what I'm saying? He wants to pull those out of nowhere, man. Hey, look, but let me say this, man. We haven't talked about any current sports.
Right.
Anything current at all. I want to get you guys' thoughts on the lefty. The do-rag dude is what I call him.
I'm excited about it.
Michael Penix Jr.
Yeah.
Speak on him, man.
I hate that they didn't put him in early last year. I wanted them to, especially when Kirk started letting loose towards the end of the season and started giving games away, I screamed to put Penix in immediately. Whether they continued to win that season or whether they, just got experience for Penix. For this season, I wanted him to go in immediately because I knew this kid was the future.
Yeah.
I knew this kid would be good. And I have nothing but total confidence that this year will be one of the years that the Falcons kind of get on the track that they need to be on. I love what they did in the draft, bringing those two Russians that's going to be able to help from outside on defense, those two young guys in the first round. And I think offensively, you've got the pieces in place with Penix, who's going to be a guy that's not going to make a lot of mistakes, not going to give the ball away. He's got strong velocity. He can move in the pocket. The pocket's got to move with him. I'm very, very positive and optimistic about what the future looks like for your Falcons.
Ditto. I mean, Penix Jr., sky's the limit. Sky's the absolute limit. And I didn't fault the Falcons for, trying to protect him really last year. He was a rookie. You paid all this money for Kirk Cousins. I kind of understood that, but yeah, if he would have started 2 games earlier, they were going to make the playoffs. They were going to make the playoffs.
Right after Denver, they should have started.
Because his balls was hitting the ground. His balls was sailing. You could tell he wasn't healthy. You could tell
That Chargers game
it was terrible. It was so bad. Everybody could see it except for them. Except for the decision maker.
Yeah, but that was selfish, though.
I get it.
That was selfish for him. Not if he was really hurt, like he claiming after the fact.
He saw the young gun behind him.
He saw that dude behind him. He saw the do-rag dude. He's like, no,
He knew if he gave up that spot for a week or 2, he wasn't coming back. So he had to stay out there.
Because like many players, he's been the backup that became the starter before.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So he knows it can happen to him the same way it happened to somebody else.
Absolutely.
So speaking of the current, the 2 bookends we got, man. What y'all think, man?
Oh, beast. If you watch, I watched some video on Facebook of the Georgia kid pushing the sled.
Oh,
I saw that.
You saw that?
I was like,
Yeah.
woo. And I was like, whoa.
I mean,
I just saw that.
people-
He was at the Falcons uniform.
Yeah,
I saw that.
people don't, at the minicamp, people don't understand what it takes to do something like that. That sled is
There's
like,
weight to those sleds.
there's weight to it. Like you probably a normal
Like
person.
a little kid.
It was nothing to him.
Yeah, and so
It was nothing to him.
I saw that, man. I saw that clip.
So him and definitely the kid from Tennessee. I don't know how he dropped as much as he did.
So tell us about the kid from Tennessee. I never really saw him play. I just know what.
Just a physical specimen. You know, he ran sub 4.4 at the combine at 260 pounds. So we're going to be able to get after the quarterback, no problem at all. That was the thing. Everybody and their mama knew the Falcons couldn't get after the quarterback.
Pass since John Abraham.
And
we
y'all
haven't.
was here.
Yeah.
Right.
John Abraham said when he got here, y'all was the first one to take him to the strip club.
He did say
True
that.
story.
He did
What was
say
the
that.
kid from Clemson's name that they had?
Big Beasley.
Beasley
Big
had
Beasley.
1 year with
Yeah,
12
1 year.
sacks, his rookie year.
Right.
But we hadn't had 12 sacks since then. And
Yeah.
Abraham consistently got 10 or more. We hadn't had a pass rush since Abraham.
Yeah, we haven't.
Yeah.
So you think Pierce gonna be like that?
Oh, yeah, no question.
I'm hoping.
I mean, we can only hope because John really should be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. So, I mean, if they come in and provide, if they can come in as a duo and give us 7, 8 sacks, that's the difference in a win and a loss. A couple of wins and a couple of losses. So I'm excited about the prospects. I just talked about it yesterday on the show. Like, it's been some real down years. By the time November come around, usually the Falcons are out of it. Tailgates is dragging. Nobody coming down to the dome. I hope we have something to come to the dome for this year in late October and November. You know.
So look, still Falcons, but older. And I'm gonna ask you this. Well, I get Ryan can chime in too, because I think he feels somewhat how I've seen you talk.
Mm-hmm.
When are you gonna finally admit Matt Ryan wasn't a great quarterback, but he was a good quarterback?
No, I've said it before. He was a good quarterback.
Okay.
Great quarterback.
For the record.
Well, I'm not. To me, he's not a Hall of Fame.
That's the difference.
I don't think Matt will make it to the Hall of Fame.
That's the difference.
But I believe Matt Ryan was a good. There are a lot of people who don't think he was a good quarterback. Don't think the Falcons made a good decision.
was good.
Matt Ryan was a good quarterback.
My stance is Matt Ryan has always been a good quarterback. He's just not as good as people want to make him out to be. And you know the people are that's making him out to be this great legendary quarterback.
Default right here.
Okay? And it all, let's keep it real. It all ties back to a large part of the fan base wanting Matt to be great so that we can say less about this other guy.
So
You know the other guy.
Okay, but hold on. Let me say, but there's also a flip side to that. I think a lot, and I can only speak for my circle friend. A lot of people dislike Matt Ryan because of the quarterback he came behind.
That's possible.
A lot of people. I know Matt Ryan would have had to walk on water, but because of the electrifying quarterback that he came behind.
The greats, Peyton Manning, John Elway, Warren Moon, the greats. When a coordinator sends in a play that isn't good, when a coordinator sends in a play that isn't good for the situation, you see the greats wave it off like, When the Falcons are up 28-3 in the Super Bowl, that's when Matt Ryan had the chance to fucking be great.
Yeah.
Coach, why are we throwing the ball? We got up 20-3 by giving the ball to this young beast and letting him run the ball. But
Freeman. Devontae.
Well, they did run it on first down now.
Well,
They did. Now people forget that we ran it on first
the
down.
second half numbers versus the first half numbers.
All I'm saying is, on that drive in that series, after Julio made the catch, the first play was a run play. People act like we didn't run the ball. We did run it.
So congratulations for that. However,
I don't mean it.
when it's late in the fourth quarter and you need to get this first down, and you throw the ball instead of run the ball, you got a problem.
Oh, I wish they would have ran it.
Matt Ryan should have looked at the sideline like, no, I'm not calling that. That's what leaders do. That's what the great ones do.
Hey, Ryan. Ryder White said he would have jumped off sides. He told us I would have jumped off sides.
No question.
Yeah, he said.
A leader would find a way.
Yeah.
A leader would find a way.
He did say that. We asked him, what would you done? He said, I'd have jumped off sides, would have been 5 yards back, and I'd have said, now your ass ain't got no chance.
In high school, there were 1 or 2 times where I changed the play.
What NFL defense will let a team come back to 20?
It's not possible. Mathematically, it's not possible.
So all those quarterbacks you named,
Yep.
look at that defense.
I understand.
We've never had that.
I understand.
Let me say this. You kind of got
Nah, he's right though. Matt Ryan should have said, "Fuck this
I'm
shit."
not doing that.
He changed the play.
We can't do this right here.
It's rumored. It's rumored Lehman Bennett.
It got him an MVP.
It's rumored that former Falcon coach Lehman Bennett jacked up Steve Bartkowski in the locker room because he changed the play.
I bet he did.
He said, "Don't you ever effing change one of my plays."
Right.
But Steve Bartkowski was smart enough to say, "We're not finna lose this game."
No.
And that's what Matt Ryan.
No.
And listen, man, and I don't think we meant to get into the
Or
weeds
Kyle
about.
Shanahan should have called a better play. But go ahead, Doug.
Well, no, I just don't. I don't think we meant to get into the weeds about the Super Bowl.
No.
Because it still hurts.
It does hurt.
It still hurts. But I will say this. All we had to do is keep giving the ball to Devontae Freeman. There's mathematically no way we could have lost the game.
I
man.
showered and got dressed
There's
at
no
halftime
way.
to go out.
There's no way. If we would have ran,
dressed at halftime to go out.
if we would have ran 25 seconds off of each play on the 30-second clock,
Not enough time in the clock.
mathematically, there was no way we were
right.
going to lose the game.
So look, this something that I might be completely left field about this, but I want to ask y'all: do y'all think that Kyle Shanahan had a little something against Devontae in that second half? Because during that game, he started off giving the ball to Devontae.
They wanted y'all's great quarterback to be the savior.
Now, listen, let's go over what happened. At some point, they stopped giving it to Devontae and they started feeding Tevin Coleman. Coleman ended up getting hurt. Devontae has to come back in. Devontae is back in. On the second series after that, he misses the block.
Okay, I forgot all about the Coleman part.
Yeah, Coleman got hurt.
But let me say this. I've said this many times on the show. And I know it's you hating on Matt Ryan because you're a big fan.
you be hating on Matt.
I know that's what people say right now watching this.
I be saying, because
But I'ma tell the truth and shame
you
the
know I'm
devil.
part of this Two Line Stools Facebook group. I see it. You be hating on Matt Ryan. We gonna tell it like it is on this show today.
Right now, right
I might
now.
not be your brother, but we brothers right now, damn it. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth and shame the devil. I 100% believe in watching that game and what transpired that the Falcons, the coaches, Shanahan in particular, the organization, huddled up at halftime when Devontae was killing them in the first half.
No question.
And said, let's get Matt some more throws in the second half.
That's right.
But hold on.
Hold on, no, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. I think they wanted to put him in position to be the MVP of the game.
No question.
But hold on.
Because that's the only explanation you can have.
Now, hold on. I've watched this game almost 100 times. Okay, go ahead.
Great reminder of the same situation in Seattle when they gave the ball to Russell Wilson to throw it on the 2-yard line for that touchdown instead of giving it to Beast Mode, who got it down there. They didn't want Beast Mode getting that MVP. They wanted Russell to get it.
Damn.
And this happens all the time.
Listen,
Why would they pass the ball like they did in the second half?
I'm not saying things like that don't happen, but we go over the first half. Devontae scores the first touchdown. Matt throws a touchdown for the second. So it's not like Devontae was doing everything. As a matter of fact, if things would have stood, Grady Jarrett would have been the MVP, not you, Devontae. I don't care what you say.
No, Devontae was running. Grady Jarrett had. Listen, hold on. Listen. I'm not talking about
It ain't like Devontae had 160, 170 yards.
He
Do we
would
know
have,
that?
Trey.
He got the ball again in the game, though. It's not like they didn't give him the ball, and he missed the fucking block that won the turnovers.
Oh, now he missed a block.
He did.
Y'all always go back to the block.
He did. So you gonna act like it didn't happen?
It happened. It happened. But that's one play.
No, he did. But no, listen. But that did cause a serious fumble and a momentum shift for the Atlanta Falcons. But I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna put it on Matt. I'm not gonna put it on Devontae. I hope he come on the show, Devontae.
I put it on Kyle Shanahan.
First play of the game, Devontae took off.
So
I put it on Shanahan.
second play.
Because he
But
should have
anyway.
known better. Shanahan should have known better.
First up,
Shanahan should have known better.
Yeah.
And
So-
if he didn't know better, then they should have pulled him to the side and told him better.
Yep.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you who and be rich know. Jake Matthews, man. You the reason we lost the Super Bowl. Jake freaking Matthews. And I'm gonna tell you why y'all laughing.
Give up that block.
Y'all laughing. Yes, listen.
Ain't got a penalty.
The Falcons are up 28-9. The Patriots onside kick it. Falcons get the ball. First down, they run it. Tevin Coleman runs the ball to the 31-yard line. We in Matt Bryant range at that point, but Tevin Coleman got hurt on that play, and they call a holding call. On damn, what's his name? Well, I just said Jake Matthews. They back our ass up 10 yards. So now Kyle wants to pass. First down, unsuccessful pass. Second down, unsuccessful pass to Hooper. Third down, Matt gets sacked. That's one drive. On the end drive, when we pass instead of running, who gave up the block?
Matthews.
Hey, but on that same
And-
play,
hold on, let me finish.
Sanu had face mask.
But listen, and after that play, we were still in Matt Bryant's field goal range. We were at the 32-yard line.
See, I'm at a disadvantage because
On the next play, we tried to throw it. They called holding on Jake Matthews, knock us back to the 41. That's what knocked us out of field goal range. And so all y'all who gonna say, Matt, I'm just telling you, Jake Matthews, you gotta bring your ass to the front of the church. My God, the congregation wants a word with you, sir.
I hear what
I'm
you're saying.
doing
You know what? You got me at a disadvantage because I haven't watched the game 100 times.
Okay.
I haven't watched it since that night because it hurt too much.
Okay.
It hurt too much, man.
When you can't, well, listen, you can't just pour all the blame. You can't take a big bucket of blame and pour it all on Matt if you haven't watched it more to remember what
Once again,
happened.
that's him. I'm not pouring it on Matt.
Okay.
I'm pouring it on Shanahan.
That's what I blame.
Okay.
I
They
blame
should've known
Shanahan.
better.
And then he
You
just
Matt.
he
You
just
say
pointed
Matt
something
wasn't
I
being
never
the
thought
leader.
about.
Be a leader. I need Matt to
Okay.
be raised up and be like, nah, Coach,
Okay.
we don't need to do that.
Okay.
Hold on, he just
All
pointed out
right,
something I never
okay.
thought about. I never thought about at halftime they go in there and say we need to make Matt Ryan the MVP. And that's a point. That's a whole
Why would they change what was working in the first half?
Because listen,
there was no reason
we was
to
running down their
follow what
throats.
they had done the first half.
Can you pull up the first
They
half
switched
stat?
it. They switched everything.
Can you pull up the first half stats?
Look at this.
Tell me how many yards and how many carries Devontae Freeman had in that
And the
first half.
majority came on that one run.
Versus the second.
The majority came on the one run.
We'll see in a second,
He
sir.
had like a 50-yard run.
We will see in a second.
Which
That guy is getting the numbers.
And I'm not crapping on Devontae. I'm not.
Sound
And it's gonna
Yes,
sound
you are.
like
You are crapping
It's
on
not
Devontae.
because I like Devontae Freeman. He didn't want Devontae Freeman to stay. Okay, stats. Break him down, Doug. Okay, all right. He trying to get it.
Okay,
Trying to get
so
it.
listen.
Kevin Coleman would have taken that to the house.
I just want to say,
Kevin Coleman would have taken that to the house.
I know people watching this right now. Whenever y'all play it, I know people saying, "Why is these niggas still talking about the Super Bowl?"
Because it hurts.
It's real.
We're not from Atlanta.
Let me tell y'all something.
But since 1995, I have given blood, sweat, and tears to that team,
Let me
that
tell you.
organization.
That says a lot.
And I can't imagine how y'all feel.
Let me tell you something. Look. Hey, look. Listen. Even deeper from y'all perspective and what we doing now. We're a year and a half in, but from what y'all did many years, being the voice of the radio,
Right,
and speaking to the fans and hearing the heartache, hearing the joys Of course y'all invested.
Yeah,
Of course
man.
y'all invested.
Yeah,
Y'all
man.
know what it means for so many people.
So many people,
You know what I mean?
man.
Y'all understand.
You win that Super Bowl, everybody's life in the city changes. Everybody.
We had it right
I'm not
there.
gonna exaggerate.
It was in our hands.
Right
That's
there.
it.
It was right there.
Matt just waves off one play.
Two stories.
If Matt just waves off
Right
one
there.
play,
Write it down.
we win that game.
If the Falcons win the Super Bowl,
If the Falcons
We're gonna do a skit. We're gonna make a skit.
How-
Y'all help me make a skit. Thank you.
how life would be if
listen.
the Falcons had won the Super Bowl. That's
Oh,
it.
moving on up. We're gonna have some fun.
Hold on, Trey got some numbers.
Oh no, so this the whole game, right?
Okay.
Or this the whole game. So okay, Devontae had 75 total for the game.
Right, but he had
on 11 carries. His longest run was 37. I thought it was a 50-something.
I bet you that 75 came in the first half. I bet you 60 of that 75 came in the first half.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
And only 11 carries.
I wish you could break
So
down
if
how
you-
many
if you-
carries he had in the second
If you
half.
get 10 more, you
But
got
hold
115
on,
yards.
Matt Ryan had an 84.1 QB rating, and QBR, and then he had a rating of 144. The man threw for 284,
Matt Ryan's fault. It
2
was the coach.
touchdowns, 0
You're not
interceptions,
saying Matt
17 or
Ryan's fault.
23.
I'm not
Matt Ryan's fault. I mean, he said-
17 or 23.
Hold on. He said
He
it's
said
Matt
in
Ryan.
that moment. He said in that moment.
He said the reason it's
In
Matt
that
Ryan's
moment.
fault is because Matt Ryan
In
should have
that
had the
moment.
balls
I
enough
get it.
to change the
In that
play.
moment.
Off some
That's
calls.
in that moment.
Yeah.
Okay,
I see what he's saying.
Go ahead, Ryan. Go
And
ahead.
how can Freeman have that many yards on 11 carries and don't get 10 more? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
If he popped a 36-yard run in his first 2-3 carries, he's got another 37 to 50-yard run in
We
him.
was on their ass so much.
And you know what? You know
You
what?
gotta give it to him.
You know what?
I can't argue with it.
I understand if you come in the second half and you have a couple of failed series and you realize at some point somebody has to say, listen, we can't lose this game if we just run the ball.
Right.
So forget what we were doing the first two series. Let's feed the ball to Devontae. We don't run a play until it's at 25 seconds on the 30-second clock. We don't snap the ball until at least 25 seconds are gone.
The whole second half.
All right.
But there was no voice of reason.
No,
right,
I mean there were, and we had one of the best kickers at the time. I believe Matt Bryant had been waiting. Like, everybody wait years for the moment. Everybody practices. 2 seconds left. Dubs takes a shot. Ryan takes a shot. Everybody does that.
Right.
You can't tell me Matt Bryant hadn't been waiting for that moment from the minute he started practicing kicking the
But they gave up a sack. Why did they give up a sack? Because they ran a pass.
Because Jake Matthews.
Well,
So hold on.
because Matt Ryan didn't say, no, we're already in field goal range. I'm not running that play.
How did we get here, man?
Look, man, look.
I don't know, man.
We gotta rewind this thing because we don't win over.
Don't leave me hanging.
We don't win over a lot, man. We already at an hour and 30
Hanging me out
minutes.
there like Shanahan did Devontae.
Hey, but listen, what have we learned? What have we learned? Trey thinks it's Freeman's fault.
Okay, so that's where we go.
Think it's Shanahan's fault.
Ryan thinks it's Matt Ryan.
Right.
And I agree with all y'all.
Absolutely.
Man,
Absolutely.
so look, but before we wrap this up, like you spoke on the book, but tell the people what's next for the Stews.
So a lot of people don't know, man. We've been doing the show twice a week on the number 2 live stews, youtube.com. And it's classic stews from 7 a.m. in the morning to 9 a.m. in the morning, Mondays and Thursdays, live. But people can go back and check all of the previous episodes we've done in the last year and a quarter. All of the we've done little bits and stuff too. Not like y'all killing the bits.
Thank you.
I love your bits.
Thank you.
So, but we back. We are back. We got a lot more free reign now, obviously, because we're paying for production. We're paying for producers. We got a team now, and the show is as fun and crazy as ever. All right. So we got a lot of bigger things in the plans in the network in our plans going forward. But just stick with us. And we're gonna keep giving you that flavor like we do it.
I mentioned him being a
dope.
visionary. We got fired on a Friday. That Monday, he called me after we got fired. He's like, hey, man, I got an idea what we need to do next. And in essence, what he was explaining was podcasting, okay? And I said, these people got to pay us for the next year. At a minimum, I'm taking 6 months. What should have been done? I should have got my ass right back in the fire, and the audience would have carried over straight from radio, straight to what we were doing.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the vision to do that. His vision.
So
Yeah.
I,
His vision.
I see right now that I'm the Doug and he's the Ryan. Because this fool
It
told
matters.
me, not fool, this guy told me
It matters.
years ago, 2012, 13, 14 about podcasting. When he read it on a Delta book.
Right.
And then he's like, we need to do this. We need to do this. He kept on saying it.
Right. And
Bro, if we would have done it back then,
You be 4, 5, 6 years, 8 years in advance. You
Yeah.
know, you have another 8 years under your belt.
Yeah.
So we were showing the door in 2011. I think 2014, I did my own podcast. Actually,
I had that.
Remember that?
Yeah,
I had
did.
that.
She said it to
Yeah,
me.
I had that.
I did it for like 3 years.
I used to tune
every
into your
day,
app.
5 days a
He
week.
did tune into it.
Appreciate it.
I used to tune
Appreciate
into your app.
What year
I
was
sure
that?
did. I used to
This is
support.
probably 2000. So we got shown the door 2011. It's probably 2014 to 2017.
You had the video
And
on Patreon.
in the last 6 months, I was doing video. So you talking 2017, and I know, once again, I know a lot of people say, "Man, y'all talk a lot of trash. Y'all not humble, whatever." But nah, we got to remind people sometimes. Like all these podcasts you see right now, I think a lot of them got the cues from us. Just in two brothers.
Well, even at 790 when we were there, their shows were about box scores. They would come in with all these stacks of paper.
Right, which was ridiculous
And
to us.
they were just literally reading
Are you
off
serious?
paper.
Yeah.
Talking box scores and trying to be right and wrong. And we were like, man, we're not doing that. We're going to create conversation. We're going to tell stories. We're going to have fun. We're going to do bits. We're going to clown guests. We're not doing what these guys are doing because this shit is boring that they're doing.
Yeah.
We're going to bring some life to it, which is what we did. And now you look at TV and look at all these other shows. People are literally having fun with their show.
Well,
Yeah.
I can say this. Like, what me and Trey do, you know, we do naturally. But being around y'all, watching y'all have rubbed off on us naturally, and we don't even know it.
Right.
You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? So you guys have influenced what we're doing, and I appreciate
Man,
it.
thank y'all.
Absolutely.
Every
Thank
year,
y'all, seriously.
to start every year, he would come in there like, okay, we're not doing Man Talk Monday no more. This Monday we're going to do so-and-so. He switched it up all the time. And everything was good. Oh, let's just try this. We tried some things like, that wasn't too cool. Oh, throw it away. But tomorrow we're going to try this. We try this tomorrow and it hits. You know, you just got to always push the envelope. You always got to experience new things and try different things. And you just got to be willing to try.
Y'all see this? Somebody taught me this. Like, it's 5 fingers, 5 individuals. You ball this up, you can knock down a lot. So what I'm trying to say is, like, y'all came on here to help us. He an asshole.
That man just gave
Hey,
one,
can I
of
finish my
the weakest damn quotes. Hold on, somebody told me here.
And not only that,
You know what I'm trying to say? Shut up, Doug. Shut up, Doug.
not only that,
You try to poke people's faces out, man.
I think he's.
Come on, man. What's the point, man?
I think he stole that from Radio Raheem.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is love.
Yeah.
This is hate.
Yeah, this is love. This is hate. This is hate. Man, hey, listen, you need
Hey,
to.
man, can I finish my...
you
I done forgot what I was
You
going to
need
say.
listen.
Damn.
You need to plug. Listen, you need to
I know what I was
plug.
gonna say.
Listen, hold on. You need to plug the Chinese restaurant you got that out of the fortune cookie from. Because you read that shit in the fortune cookie
Shut up,
and was like, damn, this is
Waterboyz
it.
Dragon.
That man said, y'all watch
You
this.
shut up, man.
It's a whole
You're
hand.
embarrassing me. I'm
You
turning
take
around.
that.
And I'm
You take
talking.
that. If you ball it up, it makes it strong. This is the arm. If you bend it, you can grab.
I was into what you were saying. I was into it.
All I'm
This
trying to say
is a
is,
leg. If you move it forward, you can step. My bad.
all I was trying to say is this. Look, y'all have helped us. If there's anything we can do to help y'all, we can help each other. I think we can come knock some shit down.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? In
absolutely.
Atlanta, bro. And then more and more.
I'm about
I
to.
appreciate it, man. I
You
mean,
ain't about to cry, man.
bottom line is for people watching this, man. We back. We've been back for like a year and a half now, and it's wilder than ever. You know, we get to cuss more. You know, we get to be more natural.
Listen, I tuned
You know?
in. I tuned in the night y'all did the Buccaneers and Falcons game, and dude took it to the house. Y'all had a lot of people on that mug. I was like, I was like, yeah, them dudes still got it, bro.
Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but no, like just sincerely, thank y'all for what y'all did for Sports Talk
Appreciate you.
in the city of Atlanta. Thank y'all for the inspiration that we've gotten from y'all. You know, like I mean that. You know what I mean? Like seeing y'all, like I said, it was some radio remote at a car dealership, and just watching y'all do that.
Rick Case.
Like
Case,
that's
yeah.
the
Rick
first
Case
time.
Mazda.
That's the first time that I said to myself, "Damn, you know what? That's something I would like."
That's our Pleasant Hill, right?
But I didn't see an avenue to it at that time. You know, music was my thing. I'm like, how do I even
Yeah,
get
back
in?
then it was only terrestrial radio. There
Yeah,
wasn't
so-
no internet
yeah, it was.
podcasts and
So-
video podcasts. Nah, it wasn't.
So in my mind, I'm like, how do I get into? I don't know how to ever do that. But then when podcasting came along, I'm like,
There
yeah,
it is.
there it is.
There
okay,
There
it might be a chance I can actually do, you know, what I feel like would be my I call it my second win. Music was my first. It's my second win now, you know, on the second dream that I'm
Stay away
working
from
on.
the young
Man.
white girls,
Absolutely.
man. Everything
Oh, you ain't got to worry about that with me, but you see it, we good to go. I don't have no Shannon Sharp in my blood.
Look at me. The Michael Phelps. What you call it, Leon
And
Phelps?
ladies and gentlemen, always remember, you see these 5,
Hey,
keep them to yourself.
all right, man. Get
That's
us out
what
of here,
Shannon
man.
Sharp should have known. Keep that to yourself.
Bless your brothers, man. Y'all keep on
Yeah,
kicking.
man.
Y'all keep
Yeah.
on kicking.
Appreciate
Get
it,
us
man.
out of here,
Man,
man.
I didn't ask. Damn, we got to go. I didn't ask y'all about
No, go ahead.
how dope it is seeing Charlamagne being from Moncks Corner and all
he's
y'all
from Moncks Corner?
doing y'all thing in media.
Yeah.
You know, from a smaller town and the heights
He's killing
that y'all have reached and the heights that
y'all know
Charlamagne
him?
is
He's
reaching.
killing it. Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
listen,
well.
Yeah.
shout out to him because he has shouted out the Stews on more than one occasion.
Yeah.
He has let it be known that they were inspiration.
He mentioned us in the book. We know his daddy real well.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
I
he
still go
mentioned
to
us
his
in
dad's
his
club
book.
whenever I go to the crib.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hard. But look, man, we about to get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate the 2 Live Stew. Everybody give it up one more time. Give it up one more time. Give it up, give it up, give it up.
Thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, man. Hey, Atlanta, remember, like we always tell you, the Waterboyz Show, we represent Atlanta because Atlanta represents us. Stay loyal. Stay Atlanta. On behalf of myself, Trey, my partner, B Rich, the great 2 Live Stews, and Aaron. They had to get the dogs out. And Aaron, whoa, Pittman, the Waterboyz Show. We are out.
Kill the camera.
Yeah.